Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Heated, back with another Apex Legends video, and in today's video we're doing the full Apex Legends character tier list. Now this is going to be a full unscripted video where I just go over every character, describe which tier I put them in, why I put them there, and I want to make this kind of quick. Although this is kind of an unscripted video, I don't want to go on too many tangents, so I won't go super in depth in every single character, but I'll try to provide the best overview on why the character is in a certain place. And yeah, if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like as well as subscribe, and check out the links below in the description. It would all be greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let's just get straight into this tier list. Alright, now the Apex Legends tier list. It sounds kind of weird, but let's start off with D tier, right? First off, I want to say there's no F tier legends, because for me, F tier would be described as basically useless. You don't want to use anyone in F tier, and I don't think there's any legends like that. I believe every legend is playable. Every legend has some sort of strength, and most legends have weaknesses and things like that, but none of that would put any of the legends at F tier. But first, with D tier, we have our only D tier legend, Octane. Now, I'm sure this is a mainly agreeable topic. Most people would agree with me here that Octane is just not a useful legend. I'd say his most useful ability is his tactical, because it gives you advantages in fights with strafing and maybe bunny hopping to get away quicker than most other people. But other than that, Octane provides no utility to his team. But that's all stuff you heard before, so that's why I put Octane at D tier. Now we have C tier, with the only C tier legend, in my opinion, Lifeline. Now this is kind of in a weird spot, because I know Lifeline has a pretty high play rate. I know a lot of people play Lifeline, they like playing Lifeline, but I'm gonna be completely honest, even with her indirect buffs and nerfs, she's gonna be at a C tier for me. To me, her ult is just way too useless towards mid to late game. The only time you're gonna be using Lifeline's tactical is at the end of a fight to maybe heal up afterwards, and her passives are pretty good. I'd say it's probably the best part of her kit. Being able to have a shield when you revive people, as well as popping meds faster than any other legend. But with characters like Gibby and Caustic and Mirage, who are able to do revives and have defensive abilities that are better than Lifeline, I feel like Lifeline doesn't really have a use in the meta right now, and that's why Lifeline is at C tier. Now at B tier, we have Crypto, Bloodhound, Revenant, and Pathfinder. Now I'm gonna say all these legends are relatively decent. You can use them in your games, but none of them really have that extra oomph to bump them up to characters that you might pick in a super competitive setting, or characters that might provide the best utility to their team. Each character has some uniqueness that can help them, like Crypto and his ult can help counter, say, Watson and her tactical, or Bloodhound can help track where everyone is in a certain area, which is extremely, I think, is a good ability. It just doesn't take him that extra mile. Revenant with his death totem is actually pretty decent in the state it's in. I'd say I'd buff it to give it more range. Honestly, I feel like he needs more range on that, as well as his passive ability that allows him to crouch walk faster as well as climb higher. I feel like that could use a little extra buffing. And then lastly, Pathfinder. Now some people love Pathfinder, and I know people who would just put Pathfinder at F tier just because of how bad they feel for him. I know people feel like he's just an unplayable character at this point, but I would still say that Pathfinder is a B tier. I'd even put him close to an A tier, but I don't really want to put him there. I'd say his tactical and his ult both provide extremely good utility. His ult is super good for a whole team in order to get from point A to point B easily on high ground, just to get into zone anywhere. It's super useful, and his grapple still gives him that ability to launch yourself pretty far and get away from situations, get into situations, and get certain positions. You really just have to be careful with how you use it now. Now, on to the A tier legends. We have Caustic, Mirage, Bangalore, and Lobo. Now I'm sure, like, if I had to say the most questionable characters here is probably Lobo and Bangalore, but honestly I feel like all these legends deserve it. I feel like I wouldn't put Caustic on the same level as Lobo and Bangalore though. I feel like Caustic is in a really great state right now, so I would put Caustic at like the top of A tier, honestly, just because his ability to completely clear out areas with his gas, especially just clear out a whole room by just throwing some gas traps and his ult into a room. It's just extremely good, extreme utility for his entire team to just clear out areas. Now Mirage, the biggest move up, I'd say he'd probably be a D tier legend with Octane, even like closer to F tier in my opinion. But Mirage now provides some pretty good utility for his team considering his passive abilities, and also his ults is pretty dang confusing, which can lead you to have some advantages in gunfights. Now Bangalore has always been an extremely solid legend, a legend I'd say that doesn't really need any nerfs or buffs. Her ult is a pretty useful zoning tool that isn't going to get a lot of damage, but is definitely going to be able to clear out certain areas and help you get a better position. Her passive is probably her best ability, being able to double time, giving her extra strafe speed or extra ability to get away from a situation. And her smoke is probably one of her weakest abilities, considering it can help your team for sure, but there's definitely instances where the smoke will screw your team over and totally mess up a play that your teammates could have made. So it's definitely, there's a certain skill gap to Bangalore in using her smokes, and you definitely just have to be careful using them. And the last legend we have here is Lobo. Lobo, I feel like, is shown to be a strong character in her looting capabilities. The ability to just place down a black market and be able to loot everything in the surrounding area, I feel like is extremely strong. At the same time, I feel like her passive and her tactical aren't the greatest, while they are extremely useful, I should say. Like, her tactical can help her get extremely good positions, help her get away. The amount of delay on her tactical can definitely screw you in certain situations. She does have a certain skill gap to how you should use her, although her abilities seem pretty basic. Overall, I feel like Loba is a pretty solid legend. Now lastly, we have our S tier legends, and with our S tier we have Wraith, Gibby, and Watson. Now this is the basic overpowered comp that you want to use in ranked. Like this is like the best as far as a team goes in a ranked match. It's been this way for a while, and although Gibby has received some nerfs, I feel like this is like the best team you can really have in a competitive setting. Wraith gives you that sort of mobility as well as recklessness playstyle. You can run into a room, shoot up a couple people, and if things get too hectic, you just phase out, right? I feel like her entire kit makes her extremely useful, and I feel like Wraith is still the best character in this game. I put her at the top of S tier just because of the combination of her small hitbox and her extremely good kit. Literally, your passive tells you when people are looking at you, so you literally can't get third-partied or anything without already knowing that something's gonna happen. You can't get shot out of the blue without knowing that someone's already looking at you before they shoot. Her tactical allows her to just get out of situations easily, like with no stress whatsoever, and her ult allows her to move her entire team. There really isn't like a downside to really playing her. Now Gibby is extremely useful to the team, and I feel like is a good legend because he provides counters to like Bangalore and other Gibbys, because you can just throw down that dome, bang, you can turn around a fight by just getting your heals up with the fast heals. You can res a teammate. The dome just provides so much utility in a fight and just protection and being able to reverse the fight and get back on your feet. His ult is also pretty good because it can be used as a zoning tool and also can completely catch a team off guard if they don't have a Gibby or a Watson or something like that to defend, or they don't have a way to get out. It could be an easy way to finish off a team. And lastly, we have Watson. Now Watson is extremely good because she has her ults, which is extremely useful, has a number of uses. The pylon gets rid of Bangalore Gibby ults, which is a direct counter to both of them. She can completely zone out an entire area with her fences. I mean, she's just extremely good at just playing a campy play style and at the same time helping protect her team and being able to push into an offense and obtain an area and be able to camp it out after. I feel like this was pretty obvious, didn't need much explanation. Most people know this. If there's anybody I would really move, I'd say I'd move Caustic up to S tier, but I feel like he's on the verge of that, and it's very possible that he's going to get some big nerfs coming soon with the next patch. But for now, we're going to have Caustic at the high A tier, and that's it for S tier. Alright guys, that's it for this tier list. It's a little longer than I wanted it to be, but if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like as well as subscribe. Let me know if you guys think this tier list was accurate, if you would change anything. Definitely comment down below, say which characters you would move. But yeah, that's gonna be it, and hopefully I'll see you guys in another video. Peace out.